Now for our feature story of the day, Cathie Wood foresees startup M&A surge with a 1 million Bitcoin price target under Trump. So let's break down the latest and greatest from the one and only Cathie Wood. As you can see right here, shout out Cathie. Cathie, founder of ARK Investments, predicts a surge in mergers and acquisitions, which is the M&A, and will follow Donald Trump's election and expects it to support innovative strategies. In a brand new interview with the Bloomberg, Wood said the Federal Trade Commission changes could ease regulatory barriers previously imposed that stifle the M&As. Wood also reaffirmed her stance on Bitcoin, anticipating Bitcoin surpassing 1 million by 2030. And that's her bear scenario. I've heard her say 3.5 million. That was even before Trump was elected as the president. So you already know. And attributing the bullish sentiment to Bitcoin's fixed supply and scarcity compared to gold, with high expectations for the upcoming Trump administration, Cathie foresees a dual impact, resulting in a boom for the M&A among tech startups and a potential parabolic price movement driven by the reduced regulatory friction. Wood projected that the wave of the startup M&As would follow Trump's election victory, predicting a rollback of the regulatory barriers hindering the private company buyouts. Quoting her here, M&A has been prevented by the FTC. That's going to change, she said when speaking to Bloomberg Television, adding that deregulation is critically important. I repeat, deregulation is critically important. And according to the ARK Investment CEO, the Trump administration will likely create a more business-friendly environment, benefiting the venture-backed startups seeking acquisition opportunities. She anticipates a resurgence in liquidity events as buyers re-enter the market without previous regulatory constraints, allowing the market to engage more transparently and freely in price discovery for the new companies. Now, Wood also reiterated her optimistic look for the Bitcoin price, maintaining her prediction that Bitcoin could exceed 1 million by 2030. I'd say that's extremely bearish if you were to ask me, but having surged beyond 108,000 this year, fueled by the institutional interest, such as through the ETFs and due to the limited supply, Wood said that Bitcoin is becoming even more scarce than gold, because it is even more scarce than gold. They can continuously find new gold every time they look for it. In fact, Bukele just announced finding $3 trillion worth of the precious metal unmined in El Salvador. And what do you think he's going to do? Mine it and sell it for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the apex predator and all assets and commodities are going to go to zero against liability. But I digress. She compared gold and Bitcoin, stating that when the gold price increases, production goes up, as does the rate of increase in the supply of gold, a factor that cannot happen with Bitcoin. So you can say Bitcoin has true scarcity. Gold, relatively kind of scarce if they can stop finding more every time they look for it. That's exactly what I'm saying. Bitcoin's going to overtake the gold market cap, which is currently 17 trillion. You're going to see a great flipping in. And Peter Schiff, he's going to be turning in his grave if he's still alive. Who knows? Please, welfare check. Send it to Dorado, Puerto Rico. He's going to need it. The ARK Invest CEO shared congratulating the crypto industry in the U.S. after Trump nominated pro-crypto Paul Atkins to replace the current chairman, Gensler. Wood said the Fed chair Jay Powell previously described Bitcoin as a digital version of gold, which aligns with the CEO's positive outlook that the crypto market is still in the early innings. Here's one of my favorite quotes from the high priest. Gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. I'll repeat it. Gold, it's the poor man's Bitcoin. You can't afford Bitcoin, you just buy gold, Peter. Precisely what you've been doing. Comparing Bitcoin to gold, December 5th, Wood weighed gold's 15 trillion market cap against Bitcoin's 2 trillion market cap, suggesting significant potential growth for the crypto. So yeah, run the math. So if Bitcoin's market cap is currently sitting around 2 trillion, and we got to get to 15 trillion-ish to eclipse gold, that's a 7.5x from here. What happens when you 7.5x the Bitcoin price? We're talking, I don't know, is that like $780,000 Bitcoin or 750 G's? You let me know, family, and let me know your thoughts. Do you agree, disagree with ARK Invest CEO, Miss Cathie Wood? Let me know, and I'll read your comments out loud, and welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream.